Oh, it was in the air. Well fielded again for Peter Siddle behind point. Knocked it down well. Here's Harris again. And that's going to be a very slow there.
Really should have been driven to mid-off. No problem there with the no ball.
Yeah, it looks absolutely plumb. You're just rolling the dice with the review system here and just hoping it was going to be a no ball or something. I think he knew it was out. Bell felt like he was absolutely salmon trout, and with all those red lights, it is confirmed that that's the case. Oh, and that should be out as well.
In the game of cricket, if you've got plenty of spirit, plenty of determination, and you keep performing well, eventually the rewards will come. And they're coming thick and fast here at the Wacker for Ryan Harris. Good bowling, and England on the rack now at 8 for 114.
That'll be over the slips and wicketkeeper's head. You'll often see that in the West.
Thing what Chappell's talking about here is you can when you're playing well and you're winning, you can actually carry a guy, probably one or two players with the bat and the ball. You've done not too many more than that, really only one. Shortened him up a bit, and then the fuller one at the stumps. Cant back on the back foot, and just a little inside edge onto the pegs. And now England have been playing poor cricket. There's no way that 187 and 120, this pitch has been good, but England haven't been up to it, and all the problems are now with England. 9 for 120.
That should be out, and it is! There it is! Australia are back in the series! The campaign is on track.
Ryan Harris, a terrific performance, 6 for 47, and the Australians can be rightly proud of themselves. The way they've fought so hard and got the series level, and not only level now, but psychologically, they've come from miles behind in Adelaide, and now you'd have to say psychologically they're in front.
A lot of courage shown by the Australians, and finally they can celebrate. They can smile about a great performance.
Yeah, and it's been well supported by the people of Perth, and I'm sure the next Test match in Melbourne is going to be an absolute monster. It's going to be a great Test match. Ryan Harris leading the team off with a stump is something he'll never forget. Sensational stuff from Ryan Harris. It's going to give them a lot of confidence. This is the last one. This is the moment we've put all the smiles on the faces. Regulation nick down to Steve Smith off Ryan Harris. It just was a thorough performance. As Ian Chappell said before, they got bowled out for 268 on day one, which was probably under par. And England were none for 78 in their first innings. To turn it around from there to bowl them out for 187 and 123 shows lots of character. Mitchell Johnson's spell, having that X factor, having him back swinging the ball, really did turn it all around.
The most emphatic response to defeat in Adelaide that you could ever imagine. Australia hammering England by the margin of 267 runs.
Happy birthday, nice present first up.
No better birthday present than that, winning an Ashes Test match. You know, especially after the last couple of weeks that we had to bounce back and respond this way. This week's been exceptionally pleasing, and the players and coaches need to take full credit for the way we've played.
That's a massive turnaround. I was just talking to Andrew Strauss. A week ago you beat by innings and 71 runs, and here we are now winning by over 200. There must be a great self-belief, not just from you, but from the players in the change room.
Oh, look, there's no doubt about that. I mean, I've said right the way through the series there's been a really good feeling around the group, and a lot of people probably didn't believe me after the way we played in the first couple of games, but you know, we've just played the Test match cricket that I know we're capable of this week. You know, we didn't get off to an ideal start, but I think you know, Hussey and Haddon and Johnson's batting on that first day, to get 270 on the board on that wicket day one, I thought was probably the difference in the game in the end. We knew it was going to be a lot easier to bat on batting second, and I think we showed that with our second innings batting as well. But you know, we set the game up day one, and then Johnson's spell day two, you know, was probably one of the all-time great spells in Ashes history, and that set up the Test match for us.
You needed someone to stand up, didn't you? And you got Mitchell Johnson, also Ryan Harris. They got 9 wickets apiece. They got 18 wickets between them. That's a terrific combination you've got with those two bowlers.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew both those guys would bowl well in these conditions. you know, Mitch has had a fair bit spoken about him over the last couple of weeks, but you just see this week that he had that real glint in his eye that he wanted to be out there in the contest, and he showed just, you know, how dangerous and great a bowler he can be when he's got things worked out really well. So he's had a great game. Ryan Harris, I thought, was great. I thought Hilfenhaus is probably the unheralded one this week as well, doing the work that he had to do up in the breeze most of the game, and even the way he started his spell yesterday, he bowled, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 overs for not many runs yesterday, and when the scoreboard's not going anywhere, the pressure comes back on the batting, and that's what happened.
I suppose the only concern is you. How about that finger? Are you going to give us a quick diagnosis of how it is and how you're going to be in a week's time when the Boxing Day test starts?
I'm a bit sore today, obviously. I wanted more than anything to be able to go out there and field this morning and just, you know, hopefully be able to enjoy a win, but I had to sort of err on the side of caution. Another knock on it would have been pretty disastrous for me, so I've just got to look after it really well the next few days, but I feel I'm a really good chance to play in Melbourne, so fingers crossed. It won't be that one on that finger, but that hand, but fingers crossed everything will come up okay.
I talked about the turnaround on the side. There was also a great turnaround with a couple of batsmen, Mike Hussey and Shane Watson on that third day. When batting was still a little bit tough, they just played superbly.
They did play very, very well. I think we learnt with our bowling as well. We probably learned a lot from the English bowling. I think they probably bowled a bit short in that wicket, to tell the truth. And our bowlers got most of the wickets, as you can see, from pitching the ball up, and got most of our wickets caught behind the wicket. So, but you know, Watto has been incredible for us at the top of the order since he's gone up there. And Mike Hussey, I'm not sure if we've ever seen him bat better than he is at the moment. And he's broken a 133-year Ashes record as well this week, I think. So, you know, there's some great individual performances out of this game, but if you look through the whole game for us, and as I said coming into the series, it's not about one or two blokes standing up, it's about the team performing and having 10 or 11 blokes perform through the course of the game. And I think, with the exception of a couple of us, we've had a lot of outstanding performances this week, which has ended up in a great team win. You went with the 4 quicks in this game. Are you going to do the same at the MCG, or will we possibly see a spinner there? Well, it's always hard to change a winning team, but any game that you go into, you have to play the best 4 bowlers in the conditions that you see. And you know, leading into this game, the wicket was very green and a little bit damp, and we decided that the 4 quicks was going to be the best way for us to win the game here. Obviously, we're going to be confronted with a different set of circumstances and conditions next week in Melbourne, and we'll pick what we think are the best 4 bowlers to win the game down there as well. So the potential of a spinner, and Ricky Ponting will be playing, is that right? As I said, I'm a good chance of playing next week, mate. The Vodafone player of the match, and no great surprise, the local hero, Mitchell Johnson. Mitchell, going back to the Gabba, so it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, no runs, no wickets, things weren't going well for you, and all of a sudden here you've missed a test match at Adelaide, now you've got runs, wickets. What a huge turnaround for you.
Yeah, it is a pretty big turnaround, but yeah, look, it was exciting to get out here this test match and do so well. But I guess you have a look at the guys. Harris got 6 for, and Mike Hussey, who scored a lot of runs this test. So I guess this could have gone to anyone really, but it was nice to be a part of this team again. How important was the batting for you? I know you're in the side obviously predominantly for your bowling, but how important was that 62 you made on the first day? I think the situation we're in, I probably needed to score a few runs and be out there with Brad, and we put on a good partnership, and the lower order actually put on a very good, a lot of runs, so that's what England did to us last Ashes series, so hopefully we can continue to do that through this series, but it gave me a lot of confidence going into the bowling side of things, so it all probably started from my batting. And then I mentioned the bowling, none for 170 I think it was at the gap, then you miss Adelaide, that must hurt. Yeah, it was disappointing, but I think I handled it pretty well. I knew I had to work on a few things, and if I got too upset about it, I don't think I would have been in this situation now. So I just really worked hard on getting things right and getting my head straight, and you know, getting strong again, and working with Troy and Stuart, I've really paid off. And you like bowling here? You've had some great spells here in your Test career. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it here, and having the crowd support has been amazing throughout this Test and throughout the other Test series as well. So. Yeah, look, I do enjoy bowling here. This is probably one of the best wickets that I've played on and around the world, and it was good to see a bit of bounce and pace again. 1-all, 2 to play, MCG, SCG to go. What can we see from Mitchell Johnson in those 2 games? Hopefully I can be as consistent as I was here. Obviously the conditions were right for the bowlers here, and with the 4 bowlers that we had, you know, I think we bowled very well. So we just need to keep bowling as a pack, and I think we did a great job in doing that. So, yeah, look, there's still a long way to go in this series, and we've just got to be patient. Well, mate, well played. Ladies and gentlemen, Vodafone man of the match, Mitchell Johnson.